Hello everyone, welcome to our news channel. Here you are always well informed. I ask you to please subscribe to the channel. Leave your like and thank you very much. As soon as Friday began, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom went live around the world. The sequel to 2017's Breath of the Wild, a game many have put forward as the best of all time, Tears of the Kingdom has big shoes to fill as familiar hero Link returns to the eminently explorable land of Hyrule. One of the most highly anticipated releases of the year, the latest entry to the nearly 40-year-old franchise boasts a reported 100+ hours of gameplay and will surely occupy gamers across the world for many weeks to come. Tears of the Kingdom was released on an otherwise normal Friday workday in Japan, but plenty decided they couldn't bear to wait any longer. Many employees have reportedly taken Zelda Yasumi, Zelda holidays, paid vacation days for the express purpose of playing Tears of the Kingdom on its release date. Yahoo Japan even reported that one company president had happily approved his employees' Zelda-related time off. It may be an indication that when monumentally popular games such as this are released, a significant number of employees will choose playing over working regardless of the circumstances, and companies would rather employees use their legally entitled vacation days instead of watching them play hooky and calling in sick. Those who aren't glued to their Switch consoles are deluging Twitter with fan art, links to live streams and photos of themselves clutching physical copies of Tea-kin, the preferred Japanese shorthand for Tears of the Kingdom. Nintendo's official stores in Tokyo and Osaka are also now selling Tears of the Kingdom branded wares, including t-shirts, neckties, art booklets and more. Add in an ongoing lottery for Zelda-themed goods at participating Lawson convenience stores across Japan for a full-court merchandising press befitting the launch of Nintendo's biggest release of the year. Worth the hype. Tears of the Kingdom wouldn't be the first major release with a heavyweight marketing campaign to deliver a substandard gaming experience. So does it. About 4.5 hours into my midnight playthrough, I realized I hadn't found a single rupee, the in-game currency ubiquitous in the Zelda franchise. There was simply too much else I wanted to see, too much else that I felt I needed to do. I've since tallied more than 8 hours in the game, and I say without exaggeration that I've only just cleared what most old Zelda hands would consider a tutorial. Near-limitless exploration was one of the shockingly positive surprises when Breath of the Wild hit consoles 5 years ago, and Nintendo has leaned heavily into that design approach in Tears of the Kingdom. Diehards may have a bit of an adjustment period to the quick-fingered inputs required to form the contraptions necessary to traverse this iteration of the overworld, but it's a practice soon mastered. From there, it's the world at your fingertips, clusters of goblin-like enemies gathered in the next cave, treasure chests tantalizingly perched on seemingly inaccessible outcrops and megalithic structures looming on the horizon, and what often feels like any number of ways to approach each one. If you're one of the untold millions of Breath of the Wild players, this all might sound familiar. Nintendo seems not to have reinvented the key gameplay mechanic of facilitated exploration as much as added new wrinkles to it. Instead of stocking up on stamina-enhancing items, a new ability lets players skip lengthy climbs and shoot through cave ceilings to emerge onto mountaintops far above. Meanwhile, the weapon and vehicle creation engine throws open a range of approaches to problem solving. Faced with an expanse of water too large to swim unaided, you decide if you'd rather gather up ingredients for an endurance-boosting elixir or chop down a few trees to serve as a makeshift raft. Even with dozens and dozens of hours ahead of me, there's already only one question that seems worth asking of Tears of the Kingdom. If all it manages to be is as good as Breath of the Wild, isn't that alone a triumph?